Meanwhile, Republican challenger Rick Scott is not conceding anything to the pollsters. He's doing all he can to win votes here and in the central part of the state. Our team coverage continues now with Lindsay Kruger and the Scott campaign.
Let's get to work. Well into the final stretch, Rick Scott continues his fast-track trip across Florida. In Melbourne this morning,
hopefully they'll call the race about 8:01 p.m.
Losing his voice, but not his confidence, even despite the recent polls that show Alex Sink with a slight lead.
If you believe all the polls, I was going to lose by 9 points in the primary, and I won by 4. The poll was 2 days before the race. We're going to win.
Of course, that's what Sink is saying, too. The race is tight and unpredictable, even for those who spend time analyzing it, like University of Central Florida political science professor Aubrey Jewett.
So all of the analysts like myself are just calling it a toss-up.
Jewett specializes in Florida politics and knows all too well where Scott needs the votes in order to win. It's in places like this, Lake Mary, Florida, just north of Orlando, where Scott spent part of the afternoon.
Anything is possible in this country.
This is just one of the hundreds of towns along Interstate 4, known as the I-4 corridor. The 6 counties from Tampa to Daytona Beach are considered the most critical swing areas.
Sometimes we will go for a Republican candidate. Sometimes we'll go for a Democratic candidate.
That's because the corridor has a high number of non-party affiliate voters. It's those independents Rick Scott needs to sway his way.
Well, it's very important, and my plan has been very well received because they know I'm going to get the state back to work.
Let's make Rick Scott the next governor of the great state of Florida.
And he'll continue to push that message loud and clear until polls close on Tuesday. Something to note, in the last 8 gubernatorial elections going back to 1978, the candidate who won Orange and Hillsborough counties took the general election. So Rick Scott knows he needs to win here, and he needs to win big. In Orlando, along the I-4 corridor, Lindsay Kruger, WPTV News Channel 5.